The moment you've been waiting for. We are now going to use the cosine rule to find an angle. Very exciting. So, this is how it goes. We have up here the cosine rule. We need to rearrange it though. The rearrangement is not given in the formula book. So, looking at this, and this is a useful mathematical skill anyway, as I come to rearrange it, I need to think to myself, one, what do I want to make the subject? Well, I'm trying to find an angle, so I need to make cos A over here. I need to make that the subject, so that I've got cos A equals. And secondly, I'm thinking, how is this awkward? And at the moment it's slightly awkward because the term involving cos A, this whole thing here, is a negative term. So my first step is to try and sort that out. You might want to take your time and keep pausing this video, but my next line therefore is to put the minus 2bc cos A onto the left hand side of the equation and to put the a squared onto the right side of the equation to make it minus a squared, and I will end up with this. So just take your time to convince yourself that you're happy with that. Once you have done, it's quite easy from here. Simply, we want cos A to be the subject, as we've said before, so we want to make cos A equals something. So we're going to divide both sides by 2bc, and we're going to end up with cos A equals b squared plus c squared, and you can read the rest there. So you have to be able to do that rearrangement in the exam. Moving forward to a question then, we have the usual situation, triangle. Let's assume we've already rearranged it, so we've got our formula in the top right hand corner. As usual, we're going to label up the triangle. So we're going to label it up. It does help us if we call the angle that we're looking for capital A, because that's what our formula gives us, cos A up here. Opposite side is little a, and then it doesn't matter for the other two sides, so we can call capital B and little b, capital C, little c, which does have a value on it under here. We're then going to substitute all our values in, so we're going to end up with cos A, which we don't know. We're going to have b squared plus c squared minus a squared over 2bc, so this stuff down here. Be careful, you know that the calculator that you've got there is very powerful and very clever, but it does like BidMaths, and you can get into a mess with this. So either work out the top line on its own first and press equals, and then divide it by the bottom line, or use some bracket technology, some invisible brackets here, so that you don't get the wrong thing coming out. Once you've done that, you should find that cos A is 0.952. Press shift, cos, and answer, and it should tell you finally that the angle you're looking for, A, is 17.8 degrees. A little bit of a check to make sure that makes sense. Well, if you look at the original triangle, we draw an exaggerated version. The bottom side is extremely long, and the two other sides are much, much shorter. And therefore, it would make sense that each of these angles at the side is actually quite small. So 17.8 degrees would make sense.